This is WVVA News, here for you, live in HD. WVVA News at Noon starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for making us part of your day. I am Joshua Bolden. We're going to start with something new at noon. A federal magistrate has ordered the release of Natalie Cochran, a Daniels pharmacist, on home confinement, pending the post of a $10,000 unsecured bond. Now, Cochran is facing a 24-count federal indictment for a Ponzi scheme. Federal authorities say she operated through two separate business tactical solutions groups and technology management solutions. Magistrate Omar J. Abuhalsan laid out several conditions for the release during a detention hearing in U.S. District Court for the Southern District in Beckley. On Monday, Cochran will be required to reside with a third party, her father, at her home on 4H Lake Road in Daniels. She has already met several of the requirements, the magistrate said, including surrendering her passport and setting up a landline telephone. She is also required to abstain from any alcohol or drugs not authorized by a medical professional. She is also to avoid contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. Cochran will be transported to Charleston on Monday to be placed on home confinement. The U.S. Marshal Service will return her to her home on Monday. Cochran is scheduled to have a pretrial hearing on October 15th, 2019 at 10 a.m. Her case is scheduled to go to trial on November 4th, 2019. So 3 of the 4 inmates who escaped from that Ohio jail on Sunday morning have been captured in North Carolina. Brian Martin, Christopher Clemente, and Troy McDaniel were arrested Monday. Police officers found the inmates when they spotted a car in a motel in Cary, just outside of Raleigh. Authorities say the inmates escaped after they overpowered 2 female security guards, stole a corrections vehicle, and then drove it to a park where another car was waiting. Now, the 3 captured inmates were taken to a county facility where they are waiting to be extradited back to Ohio. Authorities say the 4th inmate who escaped, Lawrence Lee, is still on the run. All right, heading now to a fire at a North Carolina campground. A large fire at a North Carolina campground has caused significant damage. More than a dozen fire departments were called to this historic religious campground late Sunday into early Monday. Shortly before midnight, Catawba County officials said 30% of the tents were still burning, but around a half hour later, the fire department said the scene was under control. Firefighters remained on scene to monitor for hot spots. Officials have not released much on how much damage has been done to this park. Now, earlier today, officials said there were no reported injuries, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Let's go northwest, shall we? While much of the eastern seaboard is still dealing with record-breaking heat for this time of year, western states are getting their first wallop of winter weather. Snow hammered parts of northwest Montana on Sunday. Parts of the state were hit with a blizzard, making it difficult for motorists. The weather conditions shut down a part of the state highway. In Oregon, residents greeted the snow with excitement. Last weekend brought the season's first snow to Mount Hood, which has skiers and snowboarders stoked for the season ahead. Many times, ski resorts will take that snow that falls in the parking lot and bring it to high traffic spots on the mountain to get a head start. And in California, the seasons changed practically overnight. A storm blew in Sunday evening, dropping temperatures and leaving some snow on the ground. Not a tremendous amount, but just enough to make some snowballs. And some tourists said, while they're not looking forward to the drive home, they said seeing the first snowfall of the year is, well, pretty cool. Speaking of cool, are things going to cool around here anytime soon? Let's check in with meteorologist Catherine Maxwell. Catherine, do you have any good news?
I mean, for most of this week, we're still going to keep it onto the warmer end of the spectrum, still seeing above average temperatures. We should start to feel more seasonable, though, as we head into Friday and this weekend. So there's a little bit of cool weather, not so cold for snow. So I am glad about that. I'm not ready for winter, but you know, it is fall time, so we should try to start feeling like it. We are having a little bit of relief today with some scattered showers. Key word, though, is scattered. Not everyone is going to be witnessing these showers. They should come at around 2, 3 o'clock today.